Okay, so everybody wants to know what the future brings. We're going into advanced manifesting now. I have another channel. It's called Landria Onkka Zen Powerhouse. I talk more about the energy fields there. And here I talk about our future. I mean, I hit some very serious stuff here. And today I want to talk to you about exactly what's happening right now. And if you focus on this, you will experience amazing changes. My students could tell you that my teachings take you into another space because you have the capability to do that. You want to know the future? I'm going to say it in every video. You're creating it, but I want to tell you how to do it. And I'm going to tell you how you can get out of your head and understand why you're creating things that you don't desire or fear in your future. Are you ready for that? Let's step into the future today. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing life. Do you like my red? Sort of contrast to this etheric background that I have. My home is all whites and beiges. I find it very peaceful. You know, we all come from one source. Everything that you do affects absolutely everything in the universe. Not just the person you said it to, or, you know, just the lawn that you threw some garbage on. It's everything. It is connected to connected to connected to connected to the universe. All of it. Every word you say, anything nasty, anything you've done to anybody, you will experience that pain yourself. You must treat the other as yourself. These things you shall do and more means you have the ability to do amazing things, but that you do to the lowest of us, you do to me, means that everything counts, even that person who's not doing fabulous things in your opinion. So I have a pattern with my students, and I'm going to ask you this question right now. Are you complaining about absolutely anything? Anything. Especially authority. Now, I just said this to a student. I say it to pretty much every one of my students. If I saw you and that horrible authority that is doing all the wrong things, and I went up here and I could see your energy fields, but I didn't know what you were saying, would I just see conflict and conflict? Probably, right? Especially if you're in opposition to somebody. All I see is and then you be, oh no, but we're right because we're spiritual and they're wrong and we need to. And then are you running from things? Are you planning for a fearful future? You're creating it. I can't say this enough. It's a matrix that we create. It's malleable. Everything can change and you can change it. And it's so important for you to change it. It really is. I'm counting on you because what you do affects me. And what I do affects you. And we're all here in it together. And the whole game is, can we get together? Can we be one? Can we stop the argument? Can we be individuals? Boy, you talk about a challenge, right? Let's forget how amazing you are and how unlimited you are. The rules are that we have limits. And then within these perceived illusion limits, we have to understand our oneness and love each other despite the fact that we think we're individuals. Holy cow. Right? Because we think limits. So limits means I'm going to struggle for me. I'm going to hoard. I'm going to get ready for my future. As I shared with one of my students, I said, kiss your butt goodbye if that happens. You're not going to protect yourself. Oh, if we go into this, I'll have it. No, you won't. You know how we protect ourselves? We give and we share. And if I go down that way, ooh, the angels will say, did what you could. The rest was in your other counterparts. And so when you show love and you show giving, you might just turn somebody around. Can you imagine that? I'll say it over and over again. You're judging when you go into that space of calling somebody wrong. Disagreeing? Doesn't mean they're wrong. It means that you have a different opinion. You don't have to say they're wrong. Just say, that's not how I see the world. And then you go on, equal playing ground. Why do we have to argue about that anyways? If you want to do this, do that. If you want to do this, do that. Now, when we go and we interfere with each other's free will and we try to cause chaos, then we have to come up with solutions, not more arguments. So I am going to oppose you to stop you from doing bad things. No, it doesn't work that way. Not in the Great Awakening. So what are you going to do about that? You know what to do about it. You have to go into a state of non-fear. I teach breakthrough fear. We don't dismiss it. We go into it. Yeah, we go into it, straight into it. Oh, I'm going to, and so we don't turn off the TV and all that stuff so that we don't see the bad stuff. We turn it off because we don't want to be entangled in it. Make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, because if you're not, it's going to keep showing up. It's going to be in your face. It's like, okay, can you see this? And say, here's something that I can help over here. So tomorrow we have a nice big party going here in Florida, in my little local town, to raise money for our friends over there who are struggling with all this violence. And so I'm giving a boatload of things for the silent auction and handing it over, because I can have just so many purses and beautiful stuff. This is all brand spanking new beautiful things. I want you to think about this. So I go into my storage locker and I have this huge inventory of, some really cool stuff, and I get it. It's sitting there. I'm paying for it to sit there because I'm supposed to be selling it. I give it to this charity. This charity then sells it. Somebody gets my purses, so they get to walk around in it, and they got to give to a charity. The charity then gives to these people who need medical help. That's what it's going toward. So that purse that I just took out of that space that I'm paying for anyways, and I'm not even using that stuff, somebody gets a beautiful purse, they feel good about giving money, the charity feels good about getting the money, the people that need the money, do you see, it just keeps going and going and going. And then when somebody receives charity, they become well. And then they are helping other people, or things change, and the whole thing, it just keeps going and going. Everything is connected. Do you get this? I believe you're fully in control. I believe I'm fully in control. I believe that as a collective, nothing is beyond our imagination to change. Nothing is beyond our power. Nothing. Imagine how powerful we would be if all of us came together and focused on nothing but solutions, nothing but love, nothing but giving. How would that blow you away? Did you ever see The Grinch Stole Christmas? He took every gift and he was waiting to hear the wailing and the crying, and instead he heard singing and celebration. We all have to be Cindy Lou Who and Whoville. And that's the only way it works on a high frequency. That's the only way we go into the Great Awakening. You and I are connected, and your thoughts affecting me. It's not hidden from anything. It's not in your head. It's in the quantum field. We share that. So all ideas, all inspirations there, nobody owns anything. You can't take anything with you. What are you going to give? What are you going to give up? What are you going to... And I'm not talking about the detriment of yourself. You'll always have plenty. Come take breakthrough fear. We've got, oh my gosh, the stuff that's happening for people. They're getting checks. They're getting trips. They're getting new jobs. They're quitting jobs and then getting higher paying jobs because they broke through fear and said, I have nothing to lose. It's impossible for me to lose anything because I am the universe. I'm the job that I create. I'm the money. I'm the health. It's just a choice. You hold that power, and you have a choice to stop going into fear and protecting yourself. You protect nothing. There's nothing to protect. You're eternal. You're perfect. You're amazing. And if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, then you better ask yourself where you heard that from. Because you are amazing. You're beautiful. The one created you. We are the expression of the one. So you're looking at the one. So if you think you're ugly or you're not worthy or you're not smart enough or whatever silly stories we tell ourselves, then you are not understanding that every single one of us is just an expression of the one beautiful energy in every possible form, and only we place names on it and say that's ugly or that's not acceptable. If you separate yourself from anything, you've got to work on something very seriously. If it's judgment or whatever, if you want to go into that high frequency. And if you don't, that's okay. I personally hope that we all go into it, because it would be so joyous to experience that here in this human body that we chose. If it doesn't happen, it will happen at some point. It's a probability that exists right now. So you see, every probability exists. So when I manifest insanely, like, freaky stuff, I've had my friends, like, I freak them out sometimes. You know, how are you doing this? I said, I know how I'm doing it. I don't see the limitations. I just don't see them. Tell me I can't do something, and so I don't place rules on it either. So if it comes in another form or it takes me to someplace else, I just go with it. Because I know that I'm always being led to something greater. And so the material world, if I don't gain certain things in the material world that I would like, it's not a loss. I don't see it as a loss. And I open myself up, and I think this is a fun game, something greater. And if I feel fear, I watch it and observe it. And oh, wow, here's what it's like to be human. Because I know that I can change any situation. And that I can live an amazing, abundant life, and I can share all of that. And so if there's anything else coming in there, it's another challenge that makes life so much more fulfilling. Because now I can go create this and this and this. And so without the challenges, you'd sit on your doofus eating Cheetos. Right? Pizza, whatever. We got to clean up our act big time. You have to live your life every day as though you're in the new earth. What does that look like? You can't look to the future to have it come to you. You have to live it now. I am that. I am. So I must be that. And you're going to have to deprogram yourself and stop telling yourself nasty stuff or nasty stuff about other people if you want to experience that. You can't go into the space because you're entangled with that. This is your future. This is our future. This is guaranteed. And no one knows the date or time. Only the Father. You know why? Because we are the Father. We are the creation. And we're choosing it. So no one can know. Why? Because we get to choose it at every second, and it changes constantly. And we can change it right now. That's why I'm telling you there's nothing in stone. That's the beauty of it. So we get to change it. And then only the Father knows, because we are the creator that's choosing something higher and denser and this and that. And we know. Nobody else individually can. The Father means the one knows, because it knows the collective. It knows the frequency of the collective, because it knows that no one is actually individual. It is a collective choice. Make higher choices, and let's go into it. We can do it, and we can win this matrix game, and let's go on to something really cool. Other planets, other existences, there's dimensions right here in this room. You know, let's explore them. How cool would that be? Struggle and suffering, this is tough. This is the master school. Let's ace it. I know you can do it. It's a shift. Come over and take Breakthrough Fear. These are free videos. I talk about the different courses that I teach, and I give you like a little mini thing practice to work on. And then I have a new Breakthrough Fear platform coming out where I actually do live coaching every week, a couple times a week, with you in the Breakthrough Fear course, and I'm only selecting certain people to do that. That's going to come out soon, and if you go into the free videos, you'll get that announcement. These, is it over here? Free videos for my internet training. Brand spanking new platform just came out that is like taking it up a notch. I love it. It's so clear. If you can't go make a boatload of money doing really good stuff here, then you aren't trying. And so there's so much. We're just entrenched in solutions, creating, sharing, not sitting here complaining and planning for a future demise. That's not fun. You can have fun here. You can have anything. There's no lack. There isn't. It's self-created. You ready to join me? Please subscribe and share my videos. Tell everybody that they hold the power. Come join me and tap into your power or break through fear. Activate Your Magic is coming out. Advanced Manifesting. Woo-wee! We do some cray stuff there. Focusing on manifest. But you have to take one of my other courses to get in there because you have to move past your limitations before you can activate that high frequency manifesting with a thought. You're manifesting with a thought right now. And when you come over to my free videos, you get my free mobile app, like a $30,000, $40,000 platform that is called What Am I Manifesting? And all day long you can set alarms that reminds you, and I talk to you. I have music and I talk to you for a couple minutes. Really get you back into check because you don't realize 90% of the time you're going, ugh, they're doing that. Oh, I would like a higher paying job. Oh, I would like a great relationship. And the universe is going, yes. Oh, what happened? Well, this is what you told us. But it's not really separate. It's you saying that. I know. It's just beyond our comprehension, which makes it so much more fun. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. A spiritual butt kick, of course. And no, I'm not going to say, shut your pie hole. But you can if you want. I love you. You're beautiful. You're perfect. You're me. So let's master this advanced classroom, this school. Namaste.